You know what's interesting to me too, Mark, is that you doing this, creating content on YouTube on both channels. You're not necessarily coming at this angle of like, I need this to work because it's got to be my career. I have to be a full-time content creator. As we've talked about, you're a very successful and esteemed professor at the University of Illinois, so you have a good day job. Like, I imagine you're going to get tenure at some point if you
Well,
don't have it already.
I'm a non-tenure track, which is fine with me. I focus on teaching, so I don't have to write as many papers. So I'm happy about that. I love the teaching. That's like I have the two things I always wanted to do. I get to travel and I get to teach. It's fantastic. I can't ask for anything more.
So
My family's healthy, so I'm like, hey,
yeah, and I feel like that alleviates a lot of this pressure that maybe some other creators might feel, but you don't have that because essentially your YouTube channel is just a side hustle for you.
yeah, it's it's a side hustle that pays for my travel. Basically, it's not, man, we're paying for our travel with it. But I understand, like, because some people, I don't, we haven't done any sponsorships really because we were always like, look, we'll do sponsors, but it's got to be a product that we believe in, we do use. And if it's not, I can't lie to people, say, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Where there's some YouTubers like, this is my favorite shampoo, and the next week is a different shampoo. You're like, I mean, I can't fault them because that's how they make their living. They got to pay the bills. Like, I'm lucky. I have my day job that pays the bills. The travel, now I can be honest because I'm not beholden to a brand or to a brand deal or something like that to be like, yes, this is the greatest shampoo ever. And then the next week, this is their new favorite one. And you see that. And that's why I think that's one of the reasons why we started Wolters World too, is the honest videos. Cause I got really tired of that. I got tired of people saying it's the greatest city in Mexico. Go here. It's our favorite one. And then 2 weeks later, this is our favorite city in Mexico. I'm like, wait, you just said that of another city. And it turns out they were getting paid by each of those tourism boards to go to those places and say that. And I'm like, that's not right. But I understand they got to pay the bills. So
Have you done collaborations with tourism boards in the past?
So the only thing I've done with tourism boards, I went to Memphis. It was actually for like a training conference. It was for bloggers. Like I do videos, so I my blog is worthless. It's not worthless. The blog's actually good, but I've never got it really going. Well, I did it at a time, and then it crashed. And ever since it crashed, it's never been able to like get back to where it was. So I went on this conference, and it was put on, like, we paid to go, but then it was like sponsored by the tourism board or whatever, whatever they're called now, the of Memphis. And they're like, hey, all we ask, you make one blog or one video while you're here. That's it. You can do whatever you want. And they were cool, like, whatever you want, we don't care. So I made like the don'ts of Memphis, the shocks of Memphis, and the eats of Memphis I put out. And the thing was, they were really nice. One of the people that worked for it, like, I like to interview locals. Could I interview one of you? He's like, yeah, sure. And so we got an interview with a local it works for the Convention and Visitor Bureau. And so that was kind of cool. And it was nice because it was a collaboration and it was honest. Because if I can't do it honestly, if they're like, no, you can't say that, you can't say this, I'm like, then I can't do the video, I can't do the collab. Like, there's been some companies that I use, like, I'm looking at multiple products in here where companies have asked us to do stuff, and I'm like, I love your product, like, oh, we'll send you one. I'm like, I already have it. I have it right there. I'm actually staring at it right now. Okay, not this computer, but what's behind the computer. I'm staring at it, like pointing at it right there.
Is it your ring
And
light that you're pointing at?
no, something, the ring light's over there.
Okay.
It's another product. And I'm like, I love your stuff. They're like, oh, we'll send it to you. I'm like, I already have it. I'm glad to make I'll do it. And they're like, oh, great. Make a video, make a blog, then send it to us and we'll tell you what you have to change. And I'm like, oh, you want a commercial? Like, and there's absolutely, like, this is the greatest of this product, is the greatest out there. I love it. And there's nothing wrong with it. But I told them, like, look, we have this thing. We'll talk about the good and the bad with this. Like, sorry, we can't do that. And 99 times out of 100, brands are just like, nope, we want you to just parrot what we say. And I can understand, it's their money, it's their product, that's fine. But since I have a day job, I don't have to be stuck doing that, at least not yet. And we've thought about doing, YouTube full time, and I'm glad we didn't, because the pandemic, because it would have been tough with how things have gone. But in the end, I was like, no, I love teaching too much. I love my day job. I'm like, I don't want to give that up, so yeah.
That's great. I mean, you're lucky to have 2 things that you really enjoy doing when most people struggle to find the one thing that they can do in their life. So that's really awesome to hear. Hey there, thank you so much for watching this excerpt of the Videocraft Show presented by Video Husky. If you're a content creator that struggles to organize scripture ideas for your videos, I've got a resource for you. You can get a copy of our free script template. Using it can help you structure your videos and save you hours of time from filming in the process. To get it, all you have to do is just scroll down on this video, find the link in the description, and subscribe to our email list. From there, it'll get delivered straight to your inbox right after you sign up. And by the way, if you're enjoying these videos, can you do us just a quick favor and hit the like button before you go? And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel too, to stay up to date with all the content that we're creating here on this channel. And finally, be sure to tune into the Videocraft Show presented by Video Husky on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you get your podcasts. We've got links in the description down below. If you want to watch or listen to the full episode, just tap the video right next to me over here, and that'll take you to the entire episode in which this excerpt is from. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.